Hello everybody, happy Friday. Hello Kenneth Bird, how's it going? Looks like I might be having technical problems again, but we'll deal with it. Hello Noah's World, how's it going? Hey James, Silver Assassin, how's everything? Happy Friday, you guys. You guys hear me all right? Cool. Almost 500 subs. Well, I'm just about to 5,000. I am just a little over 100 away from 5,000. How's everything with you, Silver Assassin? Congratulations, Noah. That first 500 is tough. And the second 4,500 is even tougher. Congratulations, James. Member for 6 months. Thank you so much. So don't forget to hit the thumbs up. If you have to leave, I'll understand. Today is just going to be a little bit of talking about all of this. This is the treasure trash from June and July. And then I've got, whoops, I got to go get a bucket. Hang on a second. I got to go get one more bucket. Bring it over here. I forgot this. Last bucket. Sorry about that there. Well, that's an important bucket too. Hello, Jesse Kruckenberg. So, we have a little bit of treasure trash. These are, except for this right here, a couple things here. These are all shells, either shotgun shells, high-powered rifle shells. .357 Magnum shells, and a couple of leads, bullets here. Got a 22 bullet and 38 bullet, and I think, and maybe a 9mm bullet, some 22 shells, 38s. So but this is not everything. This is just like 85% of, well, not even that. If you count the bottle caps, this is about 60% on the table here of what I dug up. And then I got bottle caps that takes it up to about 90%. And then there's about 10% of this treasure trash that's not here because I took it to the scrapyard already. Nice. Check out Silver Assassin, you guys. You got some videos on that? Some colonial stuff, Silver Assassin. So this is what you have to dig up, dig out of the ground to get all those rings. Those 45 rings I've got, and the necklaces and the bracelets and the pendants and the change. In the last 3 months, I've dug up $70+ in change that I've rolled. So we got good stuff, like lots of washers. We've got lots of washers, lots of screws. This is about 3/4 of the screws I dug up. A lot of them are over in here, and some of them are in the scrapyard because they were too rusty to keep. But these are the ones I'm going to keep over here. This is the treasure trash I'm keeping in here, the nuts, bolts, and I'm keeping like these things here, and things that can be useful, you know. This all goes to the scrapyard here. There's a lot of aluminum there, can slaw, and bottle caps, aluminum bottle caps. Got some vapes in here. I've already taken probably 10 of the vapes that I found already went to the scrapyard. I dumped a bucket that I didn't mean to dump. But I've got, I think I might keep this. I know it looks like a piece of junk, but that's off of a 50s Chevy truck, I think. Gas cap. Excellent. Everybody check out Silver Assassin's channel when you get a chance. Check out his coppers. Check out some of this stuff that I dug out of the ground, though. These are on my lives. I dug this out on a live. I get lots of good big chunks. This, I think, just a piece of pipe here. This, I don't know what it is. It's It's got plastic around it, but it's metal inside. I think it might be part of a light fixture. I'll be getting rid of it. All of this stuff's going to the scrapyard. Except for the aluminum. I'm keeping it, I'm gonna melt it down. I saw that they've got a really good, I was gonna build my own smelter. My own little smelter, but I decided that I might go ahead and give Temu a chance, and because they've got one for around $100 and it's got everything you need, the crucible and the tongs, I think 2 or 3 sets of tongs and a set of gloves and everything except for the propane tank. But I got a lot, in 2 months I got a lot of tent stakes. I thought you guys might like to see these things again. I brought them out here, these throwing axes from a medieval game at the Renaissance Fair. I was cleaning this one up here, and I'm thinking about going ahead and making these a little more authentic looking, putting some wood on either side and making some handles, and try to, I got a couple that are the same over here. This one's bigger than all the rest and just a little bit different, almost the same design as this one, but not quite. But yeah, those won't be going to the scrapyard. I think I'm going to finish them. So I started cleaning this one up, getting some of the rust off of it, and it's getting back to metal, but then I laid it down and it got rusty again here. But I'll wire brush that off, and then I'll oil it up, and after I get a handle on it. I think I'll anyway, thought I would just share with everybody. ABC Treasure, how's it going? I did in June and July, and this isn't all of it. This isn't all of it. Here, this is just in about 3 weeks of July. See, this is like a 2.5 gallon bucket, and I've got that I dug just in like 3 weeks of July. And then getting around to it has a 5 gallon bucket here, and it's almost full. It's about 2/3, no, 3/4, about 3/4 of the way full. And she's picked all these up with a magnet, and she's getting those up before they get buried in the ground and I have to dig them up. So I don't know how many's there, but there's well over 1,500 in there. Yep, I dug all of these targets. Even these 4 axes I dug out. BC. Why is it warm? Anyway, don't know what's going on. If I put it on the front camera, it just shoots black. And so anyway, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to stay because I'm sitting in my own backyard. My Wi-Fi is right there, and my connection's giving me problems. It might be my phone. I might have to T-Mobile look at my phone. Maybe I can trade it in for a new one. Because I've had it 2 years now. So anyways, see how it's jerking? I don't know how my volume's coming through. Can you guys hear me all right? If you're there. If you're there. Are you there yet? Never jumped off. So it still kept my minutes. It shut down and came back and still keeping my minutes. So that's good that I didn't lose my live completely. So is anybody there? Don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you're there in the background. That's cool. Just let me know that you were there. So turn it away from me and back to the treasure trash. And we even got a aluminum pot here. Hey Andy Moreland, how's it going? So we've got nails, we got rebar, we got shafts, we got gas caps, we got battery cables, we got vapes, we got barbecue parts, we got rusted out tent stakes, we got shiny bent tent stakes, we got washers, we got nuts, we got bolts, we got steel weights for fishing, we got sleeves, we got pressure bolts for canopies. We got lots of lead. I didn't even bring my lead sinkers out here. That's part of the 10% of everything that's still. You know, this is the first time I've ever seen this, though. Look here. This is a lipstick. You see it's got I didn't realize this. But this thing has, let me get a piece of wire here or something. Here's a nail. Get a nail. Clean this out here. This is the first time I've seen makeup. With magnets in it. There's the inside of this is a magnet, and then around here, around this edge, is a magnet. And when you put it together, it stays together because it's got a magnet in it. See? I've never seen a makeup anything with a magnet in it before. I've been around for a while. It's a yucky color for lipstick. Looks like chocolate or something. That's weird, it has a magnet in it. Oh, you're back, James. Oh, this isn't one day, though. This is like 2 months of this stuff, Andy. There's so many things here. Each one of these things is a hole that I dug. So there's at least 3,000 holes here that I dug in 2 months. Well, I keep the lead, James. I'm going to melt them down and make 50 caliber musket balls out of them. Yep, so now I've got lots of good stuff here. Got a cartridge from a vape. That has a magnet in it too. Did you know that those have magnets? It's not powerful enough to pick up these. But it has magnets, so right there it connects into the vape with magnets. I even found a brake pad in the park where somebody changed their brakes, buried their brake pad. I haven't yet, but I intend to. I've got a pistol and I've got a rifle, and I intend to do some kind of hunting. That's true. Bow hunters don't like it much, but yeah, they don't like people making noise. I know that because I used to hunt with a bow. Yep, I'm just looking at all this stuff. Finally figured out what this is. A truck driver would know what that is, but that's for truck strap. Okay, Andy, I'll see you on Coining Around tonight. You got to go get ready and go see Sticky. Found a pair of snips, but they don't work very good. I think they might just need to be tightened up. I'm not sure. Tried to snip something with them, and they didn't work too good. They're too far apart in here. I don't know. You didn't sell it to me, James. Hey, Talca. How's everything in Chile? I didn't realize got so many rusted up. I had a lot more rusted ones, but I got rid of those. Nothing I can do with those. I don't think people will buy those, but I think if I take these and bundle them up 10 to a pop and sell them for, $2 or something, people will buy these. Hey, T-Rap, how's it going? Arr! So I'll turn it back around here, show everybody again all the treasure trash I've been digging up. This is from June and July. Everything that ain't real valuable, except for the aluminum over there and the tent stakes. Got a few things here, washers, nuts, bolts, hardware that can be used. This is all rusty scrap that get taken to the scrapyard. Old aluminum pot, bunch of aluminum that I'm going to melt down. And I was just talking about possibly buying a smelter off of Temu. They've got a whole setup for around $100. And so it would cost me more than that to buy the pieces. And I have the 5-gallon bucket, metal bucket, and I've got the plaster of Paris to make one, but then I've got to buy the crucible and the tongs and the gloves and everything. And they've got the whole setup for about $100, and it would cost me more than that to buy the crucible and tongs and gloves and connector, everything except for the tank. So yeah, I was going to make my own. A pair of what? Hemos? Oh, hemostats? Yes, I have. I have found 2 pairs of hemostats. Yeah, check out Temu. It's they've got like 4 different sizes, and I think the cheapest one is like $79, and then the most expensive one is like $139, and they come with everything. So I don't. I've been told don't trust Temu, but then I've been told that people had good luck with Temu. I know it comes from China, but sometimes if you want something, you can't pay for the best. You got to get the least, pay the least for it. Yeah, I know. Don't want to give them the business either, but that's true. That's true, T-Rep. This here looks like a piece out of a propane torch. I've been showing you guys all the goodies, the rings and the pendants and all of that kind of stuff, so I just thought you guys, I did this back in May, at the end of May, but I didn't do it for June, so this is why I've got such a big pile here. It's June and July is accumulated here. Not all of it. This is just for part of July, because I took everything from June and part of July into the scrapyard and dumped them. That's true. Hey, corning around. How's it going, Tupac? Hey, did you get my message? Did you check it out? Did it come up all right? I was just trying that new clip uh, option to take a clip from. You can take them from movies, you can take them from other people's things and share them out. I know it doesn't do you any good to share out your old one, but do you have that option on your YouTube? Not everybody has it. So anyway, I was hoping that that clip selection would like clip something out of your own videos, but you can't clip anything out of your own videos. You can only clip them out of your Yep. Well, I've already scrapped a bunch of stuff. It's not all out here. I've already scrapped about 10 or 15% of the iron and about 60% of the bottle caps that I dug up. But saving all the aluminum for melting down when I get that capability. It's hard to weld rust. You know, you can make stuff out of some things. You could clean it up. Something like this, you could probably clean this up well enough to weld it. But most of it's not like it's all horseshoes and things like that. This stuff is not particularly plausible to make art out of. Then you could probably do something with that brake pad, maybe this thing here, if you, whatever that was. It looks like it was a hinge or something. No, it wasn't a hinge. It was a plate all bent up. But yeah, there's not really a lot you can do with things. Some of this is wire. Yeah. Yeah, nothing appealing about all of this. And I got CO2 cartridges, rusty pins. That's an old pin out of something. Rusty bolts and nuts. There's so much rust on that. If I knocked the rust off, there wouldn't be anything left. I've seen people take washers like this and weld them together and make things out of them. And screws, nails, and stuff like this here. That's a big old chunk of aluminum there. Yep, high quality metal. Yeah, there's nothing here that even my imagination couldn't make anything out of this stuff. Piece of rebar. Another piece of rebar. Got a big old bolt. Yeah, I guess you can make that into seaweed. Break it up into strips. Too bad that wasn't in better shape. That was a good find. That's an old, that thing's 75 years old. Almost. Hey, Treasure Hunter Neil, how's it going? Yeah, you can make people out of the washers and nuts and bolts and screws. And got a few tools over here. Got some Allen wrenches. And I got here oh, I can't find it. I know it's here someplace. There it is. Got here a miniature crescent wrench that still works. The thumb nut works. Just doesn't have a handle on it. I could weld like weld it to this bolt here. Make a handle for the wrench. Just feels really weird to sit here and look at all this stuff that I dug out one hole at a time. Makes me tired. There's no drawing, T-Rep. Not yet. I did get a couple of cameras and a microscope for my computer, and we're gonna see if I can hook up my computer and stop using my phone for lives like this. Except this is, I can't bring my computer outside to do this when I do the treasure trash. It's got to be outside because there's so much of it, I don't have room in the house for it. So now I got to gather all this up and bucket it up and take it into the scrap yard and get rid of it, except for like the washers, nuts, bolts, screws. I'm going to keep those things. His start on Friday night is always later, James. He started doing evening Fridays. because I come on around 3:30 and then Sticky comes on at 5:30 and then Corning Around comes on at 6:30. Spreads it out. Your phone shut down because of heat? So does mine. Mine just did. I was out here. I hadn't even been on 15 minutes and my phone shut down because of the heat. But now I've been on another 45 minutes almost, 40 minutes, and it hasn't even given me a problem. But it started out not getting a signal, and then it came on and then it shut down because it said it was hot. Yeah, I was in the shade. So yeah, I'm under an umbrella. It's shady. It's only sitting here. It's probably 80 degrees here. That's not that hot. Now I've got some bees on mine. I have a beehive in my tree, and twice I think there were 2 queen bees born to that hive, and the queen twice gathered up bees and took off to start another hive someplace else. But I have a beehive. I wanted to leave it this year to see if, because I've got fruit trees and stuff, I wanted to see if they'd pollinate the fruit trees. They pollinated my berries really well, and I got lots of berries. And then a squirrel came in and ate all my berries. Can't win for losing. Well, I think it got up in the 90s here. I don't think it got any hotter than 95 today. Yeah. Yeah, they were quick too. Once we saw them, we saw a few bees, and then all of a sudden there were thousands of bees. And then the first time it happened, the queen lit on the tree, and the bees jammed up against the tree and made a big old ball on the tree. And then they stayed for about a half hour and then they took off. The second time it happened, the queen didn't stay on the tree very long. She took off and the bees just swarmed around in our backyard, thousands of them, for about 15 minutes, and then they took off. Oh, Diver, hey, what's going on, Greg? Squirrel. First time you washed the dog in a decade? You're hardworking. Well, they're in a knot hole in the tree, and I don't think I can get the queen out and bring it down to a box hive. is the tree's hollow. I'd have to break the tree down and then try to grab the queen and put it into a box. She doesn't like water? Well, they've got that powdered pet bath. You just, it's like carpet cleaner. You just shake it out on the dog and rub it in and then vacuum the dog off. Yeah, if you call a beekeeper, they'll want them. They'll come out and get them. Some of them even charge for coming to get the bees. So, but I don't mind them being in the tree. They're not bothering me, and they're hanging around so that my my figs and my pomegranates and everything get pollinated all right. Let's see. Tired of holding the phone up. So you get to look at me for a little while. So I hope everybody's having a great Friday. Tupac washed the dogs, so the thing about a dog, he likes to go back in the house. Good to see you too, Greg. Yeah, I wouldn't want Africanized bees around. The drums would drive me crazy. Oh, it's actually pretty nice here. The sun's right behind me. That's why I've got this umbrella up, so I'm not sitting in the sun. Yeah, it's probably about 80, 85 here right now. $85, 85-pound German Shepherd, that one would be giving you a bath. Just from the shake off. Okie doke. Hmm. So that's one thing about having animals. You gotta gonna let them in the house, you gotta keep them clean. Oh, got a fly. Well, thanks, Greg. I love the water hunts too. I, I love hunting in the water. Even if I don't find something, I love hunting in the water. But I've got 2 weeks hunting in the water. I've got 2 gold rings, so I've been really lucky. Neither one of them are very big. Both gold rings. Got one last Monday, one the Monday before, and oh no, the Tuesday before. One a week ago Tuesday and one a week ago Monday, and or the beginning of this week Monday. And both of them are right at 1.5 grams, so 3 grams of gold. Trying to figure out what this came off of. It's brass. I thought it looked like it's a spinner type thing, but I don't think it moves on the inside. Just some kind of gosset. Boy, I got a lot of junk. Some of this stuff really, I can't figure out why it's out in a park. Yeah, I haven't found very much gold this year. I think I've got 4 gold rings and a gold pin and a gold chain. And this year's been pretty slight on the gold, but I got a lot of silver. Lots of silver. Got lots of silver rings, pendants, chains. What you've been looking at here is June and July. This is not all of it. It's all the aluminum scrap over there. About 2/3 of the steel scrap here, iron scrap. And excuse me. This is all of the washers and bolts, and only about maybe a quarter of the screws. Screws and nails, I already took the rusty ones to the scrapyard. And the rusty bolts, most of those have gone to the scrapyard. Then I got lead. Then I got all of these tent stakes here. I got lots of wire and fence wire, especially for cyclone fences. Lots of could be's. And this is about a third of, or maybe half the bottle caps that I dug in July, but all the ones that I dug in June are already taken to the scrapyard. And this is a 2.5 gallon bucket that's about a third of the way full. And then getting around to it, she's got a 5 gallon bucket and it's 3/4 of the way full that she's picked up with a magnet so I don't have to dig them eventually. So this is just the majority of everything I dug that's actual trash, treasure trash, in June and July. Sorry about that. There's a lot of other stuff that we picked up too, that's surface fine stuff, but I didn't think you'd be interested in all these sand toys like this. I pick up a lot of sand toys on the beach and in the water. I get a lot of that stuff. Shovels, rakes, molds, balls. I got a really nice soccer ball on Tuesday. Got actually picked up a whole bunch of chairs. I picked up 500 pounds of camp chairs and easy ups that I already took to the scrapyard. I picked those up in June, and then I've got 5 more easy ups, 9 and 12 foot easy ups that I just picked up this week. They're not out here either. But I didn't dig those. They were on top of the ground. I didn't have to dig those up. But I dig a lot of holes. I dig, if there's a spot that has a lot of trash in it, I try to clean up the trash so that I can get to the good stuff. Like when we went to the beach that day, Tupac, I picked up every iron signal that I found, and I had actually a bag full of screws and nails and everything. By the time you got there, my bag was full of iron. As I don't pass it over. A lot of the other metal detectorists, they pass those things over. They don't go for iron, but a lot of times jewelry is iron, you know. Like, you know, you get jewelry that's made out of material like this, you know, like a safety pin, but it's actual jewelry and rings up as iron. So I can't pass up the iron. Oh, there's a couple pieces that I dropped on the ground. You guys didn't get to see these. Party can resume. Let's party. Now, some of this I'm just going to dump into buckets and they're going to go to the scrapyard. Some of it's going to be separated into toolboxes that I've got for like the washers and the nuts and the bolts. I've got a toolbox for those things. So are you hunting anything tonight, Tupac? You gonna hunt a roll of nickels or anything? Though you have the giveaways. Friday fun night. I just figured out what that is. That is a like a has a piece of flat spring steel goes in here. It's like a hook, like a clip hook that's broken. I just I didn't realize what that was. Sitting here looking at it in the pile and thinking, what is that thing? Like a carabiner almost. Almost. A leash hook or something like that. Hey, keep digging. How's it going? Good to see you in here. Really happy to have all of you hanging out with me this afternoon. Now here, I'll show you what I've been showing everybody. This is my treasure trash for June and July. That's aluminum over there. All bottle caps, cans, and can slaw. Chunks of aluminum. This is all iron in here. And we got could be's over here. And this is nuts, bolts, washers, hardware, tools. And then over here's the tent stakes and other miscellaneous rod type things. And then over there, shotgun shells, rifle shells, 22 shells, 38 shells. And then I got my throwing axes that I found earlier on. Those aren't going to be scrapped, but I'm keeping those. Then down here I got a 2.5 gallon bucket, about a quarter of the way filled with bottle caps. And that's just about a third of what I found, maybe half of what I found in July, but the ones that I found from June filled a bucket like this, and I took them to the scrapyard. And then we've got this 5 gallon bucket over here that's 3/4 of the way full, that were surface finds with a magnet. And we picked those up so I don't have to dig them later. So that's my treasure trash for June and July. I even got an aluminum pot over there. Well, thanks, Loretta. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I got over 3,000 holes that I dug. So I get out there, I get digging, I can't stop. I'm going to try and get over to the ocean beach here sometime soon. See what I can find over there. Yeah, it's an addiction. That's why I appreciate all you treasure hunting addicts that join me here. Just trying to figure out, I dug this up in the park, and I can't for the life of me figure out what it's used for. Doesn't look to be anything of use. It's just old rusty piece of junk in the park. I did get something really cool. I wish it was in better shape, but you know, something that's 75 years old like me. This looks like me, you know, all old and wrinkled. But this is, I think, a gas cap off of like a early 50s truck. I had a 50 Chevy pickup that had a gas cap just exactly like this one. Well, that's pretty interesting. That is actually a relic. That's true. I get out there and I have way too much fun. I think it might have even been chromed at one time, but couldn't tell it. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Don't hit it twice. You have too many hobbies? Well, you've got an expensive hobby, diving. Skydiving is expensive and water diving is expensive. And then metal detecting can be expensive too. If you run around like it really takes to find anything, you got to run around different places. Takes a lot of gas. But you know what they say about the boat, right? A boat's just a hole in the water to dump your money in. What do you deliver again, Neil? Yeah, I guess you could say the same thing about an airplane. It's a hole in the sky to dump your money in. Yeah, with fuel. Uh, well, boats take fuel too. Uh, unless you go out in a rowboat. Guess you could go diving from a rowboat, right? You could go from a dinghy. Bust out another 1,000, yeah. Yep, well, I don't think I've had $1,000 in one place for a very long time. All my money is spread all over the place. By the time I get it, it's like peanut butter. You just have to spread it out. It is a very small world. All the time I'm meeting people. Yeah, they have a leg to stand on. So, anybody going hunting tomorrow? A lot of you guys work. I know that Saturday is a good hunting day for you. They're talking about hunting in the heat and stuff. Oh, you're gonna go geode hunting. All right, cool. No, there's a geode place out here in the desert that I'd like to go to one of these days. We have, if we don't hunt in the heat or in the cold, we don't hunt, right? Oh, that fits there. Oh, no, it doesn't. That threads are just a tad off. That standard threads, well, they look standard. Hmm. Nice. Thanks, T-Rep. Yeah, I do good if I can get 20 likes on live. I'd like to get more. I think my record is 30 likes on one of my lives, which isn't bad. Oh, hey. That one fits. There you go. I do find a lot of washers though. That kind of funny that there are so many washers out there. Yeah, somebody must have hit it again. That happens. I said, don't forget to hit the thumbs up one day, and I went down 5 likes. I went down 5 thumbs up because they hit it for the second time. No, Andy's back. How's it going, Andy? So you're digging in Mississippi, Loretta, and Neil's digging in Louisiana. Greg is in I hope I get this right. You in Michigan, Greg? And I know Tupac's in Misery. T-Rep's up north. $11,000 lakes and the Great Lakes. How many of those 11,000 lakes do they swim in? Who found me? T-Rep, how close to Seattle are you? Or, are you closer to Seattle or Portland? I'm in Portland, not Portland. Not Portland, that's Oregon. You're 3 hours from Seattle? Okay, I have relatives in Trent, which is just outside of Seattle. I have a brother-in-law and sister-in-law there in Trent. Trent? Kent. Trent. Kent? Is it Kent? You're right, it's Kent, not Trent. Kent. You're right. He takes me out, took me out fishing one time I was up there. We went out in the Sound. We went fishing out there. I know I got that right. Don't know why I said Trent. Yep, you're right, it's Kent. Has it been hot up there, that hot up there in Washington, T-Rep? Yeah, I know they come in there. We caught some pretty good salmon in there. Wow. We've been really lucky. We've only had a couple of days that have gone over 100 here. But it didn't stay that long. When I first moved down here to Southern California, we moved in, I came down in July. I moved my family down the 1st of September, and the day that we moved into our house, it was 112 degrees, and it was 112 or above for better than 2 weeks. Oysters. I didn't know you could go out and get oysters there. So, yeah, that was back in '84. And I moved into this house. It had a natural gas air conditioner. And there was a fig tree that was planted next to the air conditioner. And unbeknownst to us, the fig tree's leaves had fallen on top of the air conditioner and gotten down inside the air conditioner. And we turned on the air conditioner and it started on fire. And it burned up. And the landlord, I was renting that house, and the landlord never did fix the air conditioner. So we lived there for 20 years without an air conditioner. Um, I don't think anybody else new is in here. Oops. I dropped a couple of tent stakes down there. I'll show everything one last time here just in case there's somebody hanging out that didn't get to see it. It's all of my treasure trash digs for June and July. As many as I could get on the table. Let's put it that way. And we got some bottle caps down there. There we go. Got a few more minutes before I hit the 2-hour mark. I think I've got enough juice here. Yeah, I think I got enough juice for 10 more minutes or so. Really appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me. Always a pleasure to have you guys in the chat. Fixing something to eat. Okay. That's good. I still have a few more minutes. So what are you fixing to eat? No, you're fixing it, so. I think my umbrella is. The sun is going down behind me, and it's coming down below the umbrella. I won't be in the shade very much longer. Maybe it'll last another few minutes. So T-Rep's out there on the west coast with me. Everybody else is 2-3 hours away. So, Tupac, did you get everything mailed off today for Wednesday? So I got 3 more weeks of hunting, and then I'm going to be out of the field for a couple weeks. So I'm going to see if I can get some coins, and we'll do some coin hunting on my lives while I'm recuperating from my hernia surgery on the 21st. So I'll do some quarters and some dimes and nickels and pennies. Maybe I'll get another box of pennies and go through the pennies, and then I'll have to dig for a month to get enough pennies to replace the coppers that I dig out of the rolls. Oh good, you got everything mailed off. Oh, thanks, Andy. But yeah, see what I can get the next 3 weeks. See if I can get over to the beach once or twice, and see if I can make that happen. But I always got the lake. The lake treats me pretty good. I think there's probably more people wearing jewelry to the beach, though. But we do get a lot of treasure trash. Now, how this mounts up so fast, because, I only hunt now 2, maybe 3 days a week now. I'm not hunting every day like I was for a while. That's a lot of times for an old man like me to get up and down off the ground. It's a good thing a lot of it's from the water and the beach, so I don't have to get down on the ground. So I think I might have a couple more minutes of, 20%. I could probably make it to the 2-hour mark. That's 8 minutes away. See if I can find something to talk about for 8 minutes. You guys have to bring up a subject so that I can remark on it. After 2 hours, I start getting to the point hard to come up with something to talk about. You're teaching your youngest how to make chili. He's 26. And you haven't taught him how to make chili yet? So you make chili with ground beef, or you make it with steak or roast, or because different people make it different. Brisket, steak, hamburger. Tenderloin. What kind of meat do you use? Chicken? Turkey? Okay. So you guys like the horizontal better than the vertical on the live? You cook your own beans, T-Rep, or do you use canned pinto beans to put in your chili so you don't have to cook the beans? Or do you use beans at all? Are you making chili con carne, or are you just making chili with meat? Can you hear me? Well, this really makes me wonder. I believe that you became a member, Andy, when I gave away my 5 memberships last Saturday. And I'll be giving another 5 away next Friday. I didn't do Friday, and then I came on Saturday morning, and you got one of the memberships I gave away. They give us 10 memberships to give away, and then Who was it? Oh, I forgot. I have to look it up. I forgot who gave away another 5 for me. They bought 5 for my channel right after I gave away the 5. So glad to have you, Andy. Okay, I got about a minute and a half left here before I sign off. So I want to thank everybody. Andy, I want to thank you for being here. Tupac, T-Rap, Greg, Loretta for being here, and BC Treasure, and I think Kenneth Bird was here early on, and I didn't see Chris today, but I know I'm missing somebody here. Who else was here? I already said Loretta, and I got make sure I don't miss anybody that's here right now. And I don't think I can go up far enough. I want to thank everybody for being here, hanging out with me this afternoon, and checking out my treasure trash. And be back again on Monday. I believe I'll be back in the water on Monday. So, hey, you guys, God bless. Hunt well, stay well. Alrighty, let's hunt. Bye for now. Peace. God bless.